Okay, so this is the move you want to entirely build all of your stand-up game around, the jumping guillotine. Now, this is going to be accessible to you anytime you can break posture. Let's be aware when we're doing any kind of jumping or flying attack. If your flying attack involves anywhere from medium to above possibility of you getting slammed, then your jumping attack is crap. We don't ever want our partner to have the option of like bombing us into the ground. If we can do a jumping attack when our partner's alignment is broken, that's one thing. If there's a possibility of them slamming us, that's another thing, and you shouldn't be going for it. So we'll address what's going to happen if I get to the jumping attack and I haven't sufficiently broken posture in a second. But the objective is, if we got into any kind of like, maybe I arm dragged my opponent and I was able to go over, or I just got to an inside tie and I managed to just bend his posture, and now I'm able to come up over top. Anytime we're able to access this lever and push down, or alternately, my left hand will have come down and I will have gone over top this way. Basically, any way that you got someone's head down and you manage to get this to happen, but you don't have your partner so far bent over that you can pull them into like a snap down and try to finish from the knees. This is where you're going to jump the guillotine. So we want to make sure that we can do this safely. So when I jump, Rory's going to posture up a little bit. There we go. So you see the angle. If we're at this angle, I'm good. I'm not going to get slammed by any means. What I need to do is not try to finish on the guillotine so much as try to hang backwards to get us to the ground. I'm trying to use, let's just stay there for a second. I'm trying to use the backs of my hamstrings to push you away while I hang off of your head. So let's go through that one more time a little bit slowly. So if I got inside, I snapped you down, I jumped, and now I'm trying, let's say I try to just finish here. Not gonna work. He's just gonna, yeah, exactly. We'll go over what happens if this happens. But if I'm here for a second and I now push myself away, that's going to enable me to attempt to finish. So I'm using, again, this sort of leg press motion while my guard is closed. This leg press motion while not just arching back, but curling in to break my partner's posture laterally. As a result of this, just turn a little bit this way, we're going to land kind of like this. This is my opportunity to immediately go high elbow. As I'm going high elbow, you can posture up a second. As I'm going high elbow, I'm going to be turning the blade of my wrist, my radial bone, up slightly, because to stay here and try to go high elbow is going to be really difficult, lift up please, if I keep my wrist flat. As I turn, it changes the angle to make it more conducive to getting on the side of the neck and to turning my radial bone again against the artery, creating that narrower profile of contact with the neck, increasing my pounds per square inch. So I'm here and I'm turning as I go. Obviously this all has to be done relatively quickly, and there's going to be a possibility whenever this happens that your partner defends the high elbow. So what do we do then? Let's do it from this angle. Slow it down here. Okay, so I snap him down, I jump the guillotine, I push back, but he covered my elbow. I'm not going to attempt to pursue the finish now. I'm going to move to my underhook. So I'm disconnecting while my hands, I swear this jerk off motion I'm doing between our bodies is me grabbing my pants. Oh yeah. And then I attempt to flare his elbow. My left foot is going to open up and I'm going to start to flip him over. That's our backup plan. We're here, left foot opens up, I hip out, I keep lifting. I want to make sure that at no point the guard is open in a way where he can jump over me. So if I'm here like this, it's like and I just try to like flip him here with my hips low, he's going to hop out. I need to try to make sure that as I'm trying to flip my partner, that I'm lifting my hip. If it feels like he's going to jump over, I keep arching. It's almost like I'm doing a belly to some kind of suplex, front headlock type suplex. I don't know all the wrestling. Yeah, I don't know all the wrestling terminology, but if you had someone in a front headlock standing and you like hipped in and arched to finish, that's what we're going for. So if we ever end up here and our high elbow fails, we underhook, get to here, and I'm hipping in. See how this is breaking his posture? That's what's flipping him. Fix your posture. Yeah. I'm not bridging here and having him jump over. Hop back in, please. I'm bridging and curling his head in and arching to flip him over. So that's gonna be our follow-up if somebody manages to avoid our high elbow guillotine. So we jumped the guillotine, we pushed away, extending our partner's posture, breaking it, dropping to the ground, attempting to finish the high elbow right away. High elbow fails, we underhook, break posture, hip to the side, bridge in, flip our partner over. If our partner stands up, or postures up rather. So we got to here, I jumped and he postures. Exactly. This is where I'm in extreme danger of being slammed, even though if he slams me, he's taking a danger of like braining himself. We still don't want to be here trying to like finish, especially like really fix your posture. There, you see how my, turn towards the camera please? A little bit more. See how my elbow is open? This is no good. I'm not trying to finish from here. Yeah, this is bad news for me. So, when we get into this standing position, we're going to have two options. I hop up, he fixes his posture. I'm going to disconnect and put my butterfly hooks in like this. So now if Rory were to try to slam me,
yeah, I don't even want to.
There's no way, yeah, exactly. If he attempts to start to bend forward to slam me, I'm just gonna finish the guillotine in the air. Because of the distance management offered by my shins, like the way a slam is going to work is your partner's gonna embrace you and then drop you. When I put my shins in, the distance management offered by that allows me to drift my hips back, which means my center of gravity is over here. There's no real way for him to slam me. Ideally to slam me, he wants me loaded up almost on his shoulders or certainly up on his torso. Once I disconnect, that's no longer possible. So as soon as this happens, and he's probably like, oh, I bring my feet in and I go back. Now let's rotate, go to your left. Sorry, one more time. Same kind of idea here. I'm going to release and underhook and start to back up. Now I've got the same sort of alignment that I need for a cement mixer. I'm going to back up, pull him to the ground, attack the high elbow guillotine. The jumping guillotine only works if we've got someone bent over and we can pull back to get a bit of a gentle landing. We are not ever trying to finish the guillotine when someone's in perfect posture. We bail, defend ourselves with our frames and our hooks, move our weight back, switch to an underhook, further breaking our partner's alignment. Again, if we look at the score, when we're here and he's here, the score is 3-3. I haven't broken their posture. I can start to break their posture, that's great, it's 3-2. 3-2 is not a good time to be messing around with someone who's got your body weight suspended in the air. Now we underhook, we disconnect. We've got base, their posture's broken, their structure's broken, their base is gone because they don't have the ability to push off the ground to absorb the force we're generating. We're gonna be able to snap them down with the underhook. So we've gone from 3-3 to 3-0. Now you can attack the guillotine. Perfect time to go high elbow, finish just as we would have in some of the previous videos. So just be aware of that sequence. If we're not breaking their alignment sufficiently, don't be this guy trying to like finish a guillotine while hanging off someone. Again, I'm not saying it can't be done. If you get to a really high level of expertise with the arm-in guillotine, I have seen finishes even at the high level, but we want to be realistic about how we're getting there. First, we need to know how to keep ourselves safe, and then if you get someone kind of bent over and you want to try to hang in the air and finish, that's totally fine. But never try to finish when somebody's fully postured up. That's a recipe for disaster.